Hey guys, Leona here with Empowering Wellness. It is Tuesday. It is Virtual Book Club Day. We go live with different authors each month, deep diving into their book. And this month we have Amanda, the Let's Get Into Shape, which is spreading happiness across planet Earth. And we are getting some happy tips from our author. And I am so excited to have every month a new author to share some insights, tips, tricks, a little bit of what their inspos were, what they were inspired to do, and so much more. So if you have a message out there, if you're an author, I'm still looking for another few months. I'm only going to do one author each month this whole entire year, and I've only got a few spots left. So if you're wanting to get the word out there, your message, make sure you join us in the Empowering Wellness virtual Facebook group, because that is where all the magic happens, where the authors get to interact with you, get to share for this month some happiness tips from Amanda. And it's a place for us to interact and have what I call a high vibe collective, a like-minded conversations, and it allows us to rock and roll. So this evening I'll be hosting alone because unfortunately she is a little bit under the weather, but we are going to be reading from her book tonight, a couple of the tips. She gave me some ones in the first one to look at. And I use it kind of like an oracle deck. I have favorite numbers. And so I picked 7 because that's the month I'm born in July. And then I picked 13 because lucky number 13. So those are going to be the numbers that we're going to be getting tips up out of our book today. So if you're just coming in, you've been busy, I'm popping on to your live screen. Let's all just take our hands onto our hearts. Take a nice deep breath in and out and just be grateful to being here and alive and in this moment. When we're in that attitude of gratitude, everything can shift, and that can help shift our state into happiness. But let's start off with gratitude and pause a moment just to connect with our heart space, connect to this Tuesday, this day, this weather, these moments. Just be grateful and thankful for what we have in these moments. If you are here locally, one of our tips that we talk about this past week was about moving the body. Things that move your body can make you happy. Well, if you're local here to Jacksonville, we're going to do an embodiment class where we're going to be, I'm going to be partnering with a local self-defense master, Master Ben, and we're going to be doing an embodiment all about energy and motion. And he's going to be doing Tai Chi and Qigong, and I'm going to be doing breath work and nice gentle yoga flow. And it's all about embodying our energy and our flow and being in that flow. And remember, when we're in that flow state, that's when we really get to shift into different states of being, different consciousness, connect with our higher self, our intuition, those moments of pause, which is so exciting. So if you are here local to Jacksonville, I'd love for you to join my embodiment, energy, and movement play shop is what I call them. I don't call them workshops. There's play shops. It's the play. It's going to be on May 23rd from 3 to 5 with Master Ben and I. And if you haven't had a chance to get Amanda's book, make sure you jump over and grab her book so you can start spreading that happiness. Just think about it. When we interact and talk with one another, smiles are contagious, kindness is contagious. When you're a higher vibration, when you're feeling happy, then imagine that ripple effect that you can have on your family and friends. So when we look into her book, we're going to look at tip number 7, which is transform the ordinary into the extraordinary. She says, do you ever feel bored with your life? Like you're just going through the motions day after day. And if you're watching live, put hashtag live in there. If you're watching the replay, put hashtag replay. And if you've ever felt like that you're just copacetically kind of going through the motions, put that in. Like, that's me. I'm going through the motions. Well, with this happy hint, I'll show you how to break free from monotony and shake up the repetitive patterns in your world. Get ready, you're about to embark on a happiness adventure, transforming the ordinary into the extraordinary. So who's ready for that? If you're watching it live, put hashtag that's me. I'm ready to shift over. Because remember, it's all a state of being. It's all a choice. It's all a mindset. It's all that choice that we choose to create a difference, right? So she goes on to saying the real difference between ordinary and extraordinary is the extra. It's the extra passion you bring into a project. It's the extra joy you find in completing a task. It's the extra creativity, imagination, and magic you infuse into the experience. Being mindful of this extra and acting on it is the secret to turning the mundane into something meaningful. So before we move on, that extra passion. For me, connection and connecting with people is one thing that I'm super passionate about. That's why I created this virtual book club, so we could have these like-minded conversations, we could have these connections, and be able to put some of the passions that I have out there, and we can stimulate this thought process, right? Like, we don't know unless we know, right? In Genius Unlocked, we say we can't see the label inside the jar. You don't know until you know, and you know, then you can't unknow. So when you put that extra passion into a project, like for me, showing up, being dedicated to this, like having this experience is just so important for me, because I want to make sure that I'm not only showing up for myself, but I'm showing up for others and holding that space for them. So while Amanda is taking care of her and resting and giving her body what she needs, I'm creating this time to create this extra passion, this extra time and connection with all of you. So she says, here she goes, continues on with, if you guys are just popping in, the happiness book. This is tip number 7. It says, take house cleaning, for example. It's never exactly made my heart sing. If you peeked at my get to list, you've spotted it lounging at the very bottom. And honestly, I wouldn't mind if it stayed there. But for the sake of basic human decency and occasionally unexpected visitors, it has to be done. I always say, for me personally, it's like, if I have peace in my environment, I have peace in my body, my heart, my mind, my soul. Like, the environment for me is super key. Like, I know if I go somewhere that thing is going to be right there. So I love keeping a nice, tidy household, but I'm actually going to treat myself to do like a massive spring cleaning this year, which is really exciting. I'm actually getting a quote from a lady this week to do like all the nitty gritty, like top of the picture frames and ceiling fans and things that I can't reach, like tops of windows and things like that. With my injuries, I do not need to be on a ladder. So I'm going to be hiring that out. But yeah, you know, basic necessity, we got to do house cleaning. So let's see how she can give us a tip to make this happier. She said, one day, instead of dreading another routine cleaning session, I decided I wasn't going to clean my house. I was going on an import quest. My mission to seek out and rescue all the dust bunnies in my path, including those in hiding. First, I armed myself with the proper weapons to free these captive creatures from my home. Then I set off on my adventure, searching high and low for every last dust bunny in need of saving. That is hilarious. See, made it get into a play. That's why I tell people my workshops are not called workshops, they're called play shop. Because if you can turn play, adventure into something mundane, absolutely a way to create that happiness. If you guys are just joining in, hi guys, how are you? It's Tuesday, it's Leona with Empowering Wellness, and we have our virtual book club today. So she is now saving the dust bunnies, made it into adventure, into cleaning. She goes, by choosing to see this ordinary task in an extraordinary light, my entire perception of the house cleaning shifted. With a bit of creativity, dust lent and hair transformed into tiny creatures, dust bunnies, and how many they multiplied like rabbits in my imagination, I became the heroic rescuer, determined to return them to their rightful homes. And as if by magic, I actually started enjoying dusting, sweeping, mopping, and vacuuming. So what repetitive everyday task will you make extraordinary? How will you add your unique brand of extra to turn into a glorious adventure? Whatever you decide, remember this: extra is what separates the ordinary from the extraordinary. It's the passion, the joy, the creativity, imagination, magic you bring into the experience. So if you're watching and you want to put in something that you have done that created the mundane, the ordinary into extraordinary, we would love to hear about it. So that was our happy tip number 7 from our 52 tips here, to turn your frown upside down. And the next one I'm going to read is our happy hint number 13, lucky number 13. So this one is on page 49 if you're following along, and this is honor your awesomeness. Did you guys know that it is our birthright to be awesome? It's our birthright to be abundant, to be in this frequency, in this state. And sometimes we forget that we are so freaking awesome. So I love that she's putting this in here. So let's see what Amanda says about honoring your awesomeness. So have you ever found yourself waiting for a special occasion to use something only to realize you're still waiting? Do you have like that special set of dishes that you only bring out, or the special, I don't know, candle or incense or something like that? Is there something that you're like hiding away that you're only bring out on special occasions? I love what this is going, because yes, I think we all have that. But I love to use all my special glasses and things all the time, because every moment in that we're alive is a gift, right? That's why it's called the present. And so let's see what Amanda's happy hint is about this one. So she goes, with this happy hint, I urge you to stop waiting, my dear friend. The special occasion is you. I love that. And the day is today. Celebration is the secret to this happy hint, and you are here to celebrate everything that makes you. You are magnificent, 1 in 8 billion kind of a miracle, worthy of love, joy, and self-appreciation. It is time to dress up in your favorite or fanciest outfit. Use that good stuff you've been saving for a special occasion. Bring out that beautiful glass and that good bottle of wine, right? Pin a bright, bold flower in your hair or your shirt collar. Even on a quiet night at home, style your hair. And if you were heading to a party, this way to honor your awesomeness are limitless. It's all up to your imagination how you choose to celebrate the beautiful being that is you. I love to put my incense on, or my aromatherapy, my Young Living essential oils at night. I put my music on. I always get myself into a mode, into a state when I come home to really differentiate like being at work and being at home. So I love that she's saying that this happy hint is like being you and celebrating just like every day and every moment. Because remember, it is a gift. That's why it's called the present. So Amanda goes on to say, for me, honoring my awesomeness often means accessorizing with bright colors. I love painting my toenails to match the seasons and holidays. I also adore the vibrant, beautiful beauty of Mother Nature's flowers and seize every opportunity to pick one to wear in my hair or tuck behind my ear. But one of my all-time favorite ways to honor my awesomeness, wearing bright, sparkly shirts. Nothing says celebration to me like a little sparkle. Yes, if you guys have seen me, I've been wearing some like sparkly, glittery makeup. It's called Unicorn Snot. It's I use Osmosis as my skincare and most of my makeup, but some of the sparkle I've added into it. Obviously, you guys know I put a little pink in my hair. It's fading out now, but I love a little glitter and a sparkle when it comes to makeup or my outfit or something like that. I love those little celebrations where you get to like, you know, be a little extra and a little sparkly. So I love that she's saying nothing says celebration quite like a little sparkle. So if you're ready to stop waiting and start celebrating, the time is now to embrace what makes you feel special and honor your awesomeness, because you, my friend, are absolutely amazing. Did you need to hear that tonight, that you are absolutely amazing? Hello, Irina. I'm so excited to have you coming up soon for one of my featured authors. And you say, yes, love small celebrations and being present. Yes, you know, taking that time for us energy workers, you know, taking time to pray or bring energy into our food, having that, you know, music in the background or those scents going, or that luscious thing, you know, that you want to put on or bright or vibrant, you know, can really shift what you are doing. Aloha. So when you're looking at this book, you know, really take the time to just kind of dive into some of these tips to make us happy. And I'm a person that does everything in threes, so I couldn't just do 7 and 13. My also lucky number is number 15, because 15 is my birthday. So July 15th is my birthday. So I always do 7 and 15, and I think 13 is a great number. So her happy hint for number 15 is reset, relax, renew, and receive. And that's actually what she's doing doing today. She's not feeling good. She's under the weather. So Amanda is honoring her body and giving it time to rest. And I'm here going live with you guys, reading out of her happy book in order to be able to share some of her tips. So if you're following along, this is on page 55, happy hint number 15. I'm sure you've heard the cliche, you can't pour from an empty cup. And if you haven't, it simply means that you must prioritize self-care before you fully support others. While this saying is spot on, I'll take it a step further. Self-care is essential even if you're not in caregiving role. It's not selfish, it's necessary for your happiness and well-being. Rest, relaxation, renewal, and receiving are all key aspects of self-care worthy exploring. Rest means listening to your body and taking a physical break, honoring its need to recover. Relaxation is more of the mental reset, a chance for your mind to unwind from the constant busyness of life. Renewal combines both the physical and mental, a recharging of your body and soul. And receiving simply means allowing yourself to experience the benefits of self-care and all the joy it brings. I won't lie, she goes to say, Amanda says that this happy hint was a tough one for me in the past. As a former perfectionist, I felt the need to always be busy. Moving, thinking, planning, creating. If I wasn't, both subconsciously and consciously, I felt lazy or guilty. I really gave my body and mind the time they needed to recharge and function properly. But prioritizing self-care has changed my life in countless ways. My body and brain thank me daily for giving them the chance to rest, relax, and renew. My body rewards me with greater strength, endurance, mobility, and energy. My mind honors me with inspiration and creativity. And by choosing to receive and allow these gifts come with far more ease and flow than when I was stuck in the cycle of endless busyness. So how will you invite more self-care into your world? Are you ready to rest, relax, renew, and receive? If you're watching with me live, put into the comments how you will be able to honoring your body and mind to be able to receive in the allowing, right? I always like to do, it is fun, but it's also good to pause. It's in those moments of pausing in that stillness that you can get some of the best downloads, right? The universe can bring in so many channeled messages if we just take that moment and those times to actually pause to receive those messages. Taking that time to meditate, sitting outside, breathing in the fresh air, going to your local pool, hot tub, beach, getting outside into nature. Nature is one of the best ways to really receive messages from Creator, bringing in those messages. So I encourage you guys, get outside. If you can't walk barefoot in the earth like me, then get on a frequency machine like I have, raise your frequency and vibration, have a Healy session, boost up your body and energy, because everything is energy. And if our bodies are off, right? If our minds are off, if the energy is off in any of those places, that's when disease, discomfort, disarray happens. So bring your body back into balance, your mind back into balance. It allows your spirit to be in balance, and remembering to take care of you. You are one of the greatest gifts out there. And if you're not taking time to take care of you, you can't take care of anybody else. So remember to pour from a full cup. And it is time for you to take a nice deep breath in, give yourself maybe a big hug for today and be like, you know what? You are awesome. You are amazing. I love you. You are fantastic, and mean it. Love it and honor it, because you are gifted this one life in this lifetime. And let's make the most of it. Let's spread that happiness. Let's do the small little things for us in order to then be able to share it with others. And know that we don't have to hold on to that guilt or those shames or those old stories or those old past versions of us, that we are ready to step into it. It is a fire horse year. It is the energy and the momentum of moving forward. So let's take all of that old part, clear it out. If you need some support, let me know how I can help. And let's really step into this new, beautiful energy. Let's see here. Yes, allowing the pause to be in the present is so important. And so whether it's just taking a couple minutes to breathe, right? Did you know that just taking 2 minutes of deep breathing can actually change your state? But it has to be a choice. You have to remember and actually bring in the awareness. Okay, let me pause. Put the hand on the heart, one on your belly. Connect with your heart space. Connect with your personal power, your solar plexus, and your heart chakra. do some nice, easy, deep breathing. Sometimes I like alternating nostril breathing. Sometimes I like the 4 count where you're making a box. Sometimes I just need to and just sigh it out, create vibration and movement. But whatever you need to do, honor your body. So we're allowing Amanda to honor hers while she is under the weather. I read some of her happy tips in here. Remembering that the small little choices and the small little states that we change can really make the bigger difference. So from my heart to yours, I'm sending you all so much light and love, peace, and namaste. And until next week, when we have Amanda back on talking and sharing more of her happy tips, I hope you guys have a terrific Tuesday, a fabulous week, and make each moment count. Because remember, you are awesome. We get to pour from a full cup, and we get to truly be able to receive when we pause and in that reset. So I'm sending you so much light and love, peace, and namaste. Bye guys, till next week. Ciao, ciao.